2 index cards and return to your seat, please.
You said 2 index cards?
Yes, 2 index cards. All right, can everyone hold up your 2 index cards for me just to confirm we have 2? Good job, absolutely. So for this index card comparison activity, I have blank printer paper so you can see better, okay? So what shape is the paper in the index cards?
Rectangles.
They're rectangles, exactly. And we just talked about rectangles a little bit, right? So as you can see, here's one, and when I'm comparing it to the other, how did we compare the 2 rectangles earlier?
By the amount of space in the middle.
Yes, space in the middle, inside, exactly. So when I'm looking at these 2 right here, I'm not sure if the light is in y'all's way. When I do this, I put it over the top, what can I confirm about these 2 rectangles?
They're equal.
They're equal, right? So you can say this piece of paper is equal to this piece of paper, right? And when I put them over top of one another, you can't see any excess space. So we know that it is the same piece of paper and they're equal. All right, so what happens if I were to do this? What do you think makes them different now?
It's only like half the amount of space that it was before.
Right.
So now it's half the size of the full one.
Okay, so it's half the size. So what does that mean for area for both of these? When you're comparing these rectangles, which one has the bigger area?
The one on the left.
And why do you say that?
Because there is more space, like the inside is bigger than the other one.
Exactly. And an easier way to see that is if you turn it to match and look. It fits inside the bigger one. The smaller one fits inside the bigger one, right? So, maybe this can make you see better. So, as you can see, this one has a larger area, right? So I want you to hold up your 2 index cards and see if they are the same. And do that by, putting them over one another, checking them out, putting them beside each other on the table, and then let me know what you think, or how you think each one's area is compared to one another. Yes, Kaylee?
I think that they're also equal because when you line them up like you did with the other paper, you can't see any extras, like they look like the same piece.
Exactly. Wow, I love how you described that. I love how you were holding them up and over each other to show everyone, okay? So, now what I want you to do, kind of like how I ripped this piece of paper, I want you to take some scissors and I want you to cut your index card in 2 ways. So, I'm going to describe how I do that. Show you so we don't mess up. So, for example, I'm going to split it in half once. It don't have to be exact. Really, if you don't do it exact, it will be a little bit trickier and challenging more. Then I can just do it this way. And then one more way. So you're going to end up with 4 pieces of rectangle with your index card. Not uneven, but that's okay. And when you're done, I just want you to put your finger to your nose. Awesome. Okay, so everyone's done. Can you pick 2 pieces of your cut up index card and hold them up beside each other? Okay, now Kaylee, would you mind sharing what you found when you're holding up these 2 pieces, 2 separate pieces?
So this piece is a lot bigger than this one because it has more like space in the middle. And I also noticed that when I held it up, this piece is about half of the bigger piece.
Okay, so you can definitely confirm that. Which one has the bigger area?
This one has the greater area.
That's right. Okay, Anna, what about you? What have you seen? What have you noticed?
So when I overlap them, it's not too much greater, but this one still has a bigger area than this one does.
And you did that by doing what?
By overlapping them and comparing the size
so even though they're super close, the physical way to see that change in size is to put them over top. Like she said, overlap. That's a great vocabulary word, Anna. Good job. So we have our 4 pieces of index card. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this big concept why we're doing this is because there are many different rectangles of all shapes and sizes and areas, and to compare them physically, you can overlap and tile them like we were just doing. If you're unsure, this is the best way to do it.